Take a peek at the chart. Pop out the chat. There's going to be some TA. It's going to be some TA, but what we also want to do is probably just chilling. We don't want to get too excited, but we want to give it the proper excitement level. So let's take a rational look here. Let's zoom out here. So we have three major lines on this chart: 35,000, 46.2, and 58.8. Where do those come from? That's right. You guessed it, the quarterly. Quarterly not in prime condition, but we have 2 months, over 2 months of a 3-month quarterly. Doesn't really matter what it looks like right now. We may actually infer one more value. The open of the previous quarterly at 48 is likely to be resistance, but if bulls retake 46.1, 58.8's back on the table. Not the best condition, but plenty of time. We can see wicks on the quarterly are home for Bitcoin. Something of note, we do have 3 red monthlies in a row, similar to April, May, June. We've got 3 days left in this monthly candle, so there's still enough time. Still enough time to mix it up. Currently trading at 37.7. 37.8, things are getting spicier. Let's update on the weekly show. $20 and $50 moving average is not looking great here on the weekly, can't lie. We have not seen a backtest. The spicy element of this is they're both trading above that pocket of resistance. 38 to 46.2. A backtest of these is almost expected. So to see price trade into that range can be a hard call by end of month, but in February, possibly by the end of this month, very likely, high probability, high probability. The 200 weekly moving average sitting below at a very familiar level, 19,500-ish. Gently hit that like. What's up, guys? How you doing, Spaz? Daily Grown Exotics, some vapes and TA. Bond, what's up, man? Love some TNA. Hava, boy. Bill, the Flying Frenchman. Born isn't back yet, but maybe. Golf. Boy, Ultra Sith. RJB, macro trend up, I agree. Higher low? At the moment, yeah. At the moment, we're sitting in scenario 1. Scenario 2 is still on the table, but that would require trading below the 100 weekly. Don't know if that's on the books. Don't know. Let's add our MACD. Here we go, now we're home. Potentially wrapping up this week with 2 days. Our first sign of waning momentum here on our MACD. Now, MACD is not the way I like it, so we're going to change it. We're going to go to the gear. We're going to get rid of MACD and signal line. Boom. I like just the histogram. Actually, we're going to go back and get rid of these dots also. We can also just do this. That would be a faster way. On the weekly, potentially closing with its first sign of waning selling momentum since November. That would be a great start. Great start to a reversal. We can see back here in May, we got waning selling momentum in June. And we rallied back to a new all-time high. Hopefully we're in for the same. Market Cipher, really the only currently bullish looking thing in my opinion. And it's not even super bullish. We do have our VWAP looking to roll over. We have what looks to be a higher low. That can be powerful. We saw something very similar in May. A lot of the weekly setup looks extremely similar to May. RSI, we have bullish divergence. Excellent. Excellent. For those of you wondering, bullish divergence, we have a lower low on the weekly time frame on RSI versus May, June, July. But price has a higher high. We have a higher high in price. Price is diverging from RSI, and thus we have bullish divergence. Not a bad sign. Definitely need to see more reversal, which we're kind of expecting. We're expecting some kind of bounce. 37.9. You know what? We might have to skip the small time frames for a little bit here and check. Look at the smaller time frames. We're getting some action. Nice. Strong 5-minute. Some signs of weakness. And RSI very strong on these low time frames. 10-minute possibly pinching. Nice uptrend here on the 30. Momentum is staying positive. Our money flow is rolling over from negative, looking to go positive. Our VWAP giving us a little contrarian signal. Does it have what it takes to continue? Let's see. 45 showing that clear trend on momentum and on our market cipher. Hourly looking decent. We had a nice squeeze here with our higher lows. Let's hope that continues out. But this even suggests possibly a little downside, a little pullback on this move up. No clear level here on the daily for that pullback. We've already tested below 37 today. We were in a bearish engulfed candle before the bulls came in, took back control. Here we go. That is the likely spot. This. Could definitely see something like this happening. Finish out that nice rounding. Oh. 38.1. Already traded to about 38. That's not so much more upside, unfortunately. Lance, you want to? I'll take that bet. Not a fair bet, though. Mr. Crypto, Bitcoin, and Charts. It's exactly what I just found. Azadine, very loud yelling. You told me yesterday. No, you didn't. You didn't tell me anything yesterday, man. I don't know who you are. Coop, what's my thoughts on DOT and KSM? Just victims of this market right now. Really, the only things we have to be looking at, in my opinion, are the dollar and Bitcoin if we're looking at crypto. The dollar started showing a little weakness here today, and we saw stocks bounce, we saw Bitcoin bounce. If the dollar is rejected at this level, we're likely to see that continue. If the dollar continues rallying, likely to see more blood. Ooh, my Tesla trade. Ooh, if you follow me on Twitter, I do post random trades on Twitter. We were looking at 814. I like no hair in my nose. 814. Not bad. We did see some wickage down to 792, but closed the day, settled up at 846. That's a clean trade. Clean trade. Dollar and Bitcoin, that's what our eyes are on. Logical. Check our retracement quick. Yeah, that was in the last video, or the last time we were live, I don't even remember. We got just shy of our golden pocket retrace here. That was on 26th. I could see a full test. Might take a bit. Not a lot has changed on this chart. Really slow price action. if we were to see a repeat here of May, what we might expect is this. That rounded top, super bearish looking structure that then retraces. I could see that. Maybe a slightly higher low, maybe slightly lower low, but no significant fallout. Let's see our bigger retracements. It's interesting. 618. Lining up with the previous support, flipped resistance, where we rejected from, right about here. 3. Interesting how it lines up so well. And then from 69.9. 52K. Again, this is the magic of fibs, everybody. It's like, look at this. Each one of our golden pocket retraces lines up with a previous area, so it's like retroactively defining these levels. Very spicy. Very spice. 52, I think I said that on, maybe the last time I was on ATB around the blockchain. Or no, it was with, I don't remember. But, yeah, it was ATB. That I'm looking to play the same play I made in August. Looking for a short at 48.8, low leverage. Got it, held it, closed it. Same play. Right here is the money. Might not look like. Could do it like. And that would be a hedge position. Not even looking to win that trade. Hoping that trade loses. That my spot portfolio can finish. Tell you what though. Up. Still moving up on 12 hour. The 12 hour looks pretty ugly. You can see the weakness here as positive momentum on the 12 is just struggling. You have these big, long, extended trips in negative or selling momentum. You just get blips of the positive right back down to negative. So this is what we would really not like to see, something like that. What we want to see is momentum return to positive, exceed the previous high. And we want to see it stay there. That. Really just want to see this upside down. Long story short, see this upside down. What's up, brother? Somebody tips some Canadian dollars. Alert. See alerts. Legitimately didn't give me an alert. This. Please take a look at link. I can. Probably not gonna have much to say, but I can. For you, F to the moon, anybody. Anything. Friend. This chart just in a good condition. Full blink. What's up, Justin Moon? Oh boy. Prince Hokum. Someone needs to help. Link. See. Not the chart I was looking. Link was looking so good and then it got rejected from that nasty level here. It was on its way to 50. The rest of the market pooped to bed. Link's still holding the same structure. Higher low. Let's get this off. That is savage. Link really just looks like following the market. A lot there on the week. The link. New link. That's a nice daily candle though. 2 hours to go. Link can close that daily. It's looking pretty spicy. See that momentum has been waning off. You got a green dot on the daily for Market Cipher. Money flow looking roll over. VWAP's up. Link not looking bad. Let's see. Be a trip to what, 1970 to 20. I think if it gets that solid close today, if it doesn't sell off into close, probably looking for that golden pocket retrace. Actually, that lines up really well, because you get the bounce, and then it returns to the trend line, and then if you reject, you're in trouble. If you move up, you're looking good again. I could see that. Daily is looking good in that condition. Nice. You got a 20 and 50 moving average on the daily cross there too. That's attractive to price. Price is like, come catch me. Catch me if you can. I need a little higher energy tunes. Need some nice station. Go. Get some good tunes. Yeah, that plays out. Something actually before I get into too much else. CME. CME closes in 38 minutes for the weekend. It'll open back up trading Sunday night for the US people out there. Interesting note. Interesting note here. Just another similarity to May, June, July. CME trended down. We got that ugly pattern. And then this right here. So CME closed. And then when it opened, it was already mid-rally. So maybe, there's a possibility this week you see it open and it's higher. But of course, then you can also say maybe that's next week. Maybe we see that continue and then it opens. 48,000 lines up really well with what we were looking at earlier. That pocket of resistance up here from the quarterlies, where the moving averages are, right? Phone will not. Deposits confirmed. Let's see. I recently found, recently decided to load up another APY account. I've got interesting a note from YouTube. I've maxed out my Celsius, I've maxed out my BlockFi, and now I'm looking to max out a new platform. They're based in Singapore. They've been around for longer than a year, maybe 2 years. But they offer Flex. And I can't say no to Flex. I'll put the link in the chat. There's my link if you want to take a look at it. They have high APYs, they're a smaller platform. What's important though is there is always risk with these platforms. Not your keys, there's risk involved. So don't throw your whole portfolio onto something like that. You can allocate out a piece, collect some APY. I love it. I'm addicted to APY. Addicted. Can't say no. There's nothing better than just having my assets sit and just raking in monies. G off, you can take your pants off. Go for it. What was the other one? AAVE? Oh no, Y2K, yup. What's up, J. Edward? Lamp lovers, I love lamp. Prince Hokum. Do I have Litecoin? I love Litecoin, man. Nexo. Nexo. Could do Nexo. For some reason, there's something about Nexo that turns me off. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe it's the name. Don't know. I don't know. Something turns me off about it. I don't have a reason. Like, I've never heard anything bad about Nexo. AAVE broke out of its descending low flat top pattern. Not ideal. This low, unlike Link, it's set a lower low. Right down to 130. Momentum on the daily does look to be rolling over. Market Cipher agrees. Actually, other than the lower low, I mean, this looks just like Link. AAVE has resistance at 158. If it gets a strong close. 200 bucks, yeah. That's where I absolutely would be looking for a bounce. He has a strong close. Really, it's going to take a daily above 160. You get that? Looking for 200 bucks. What happens there? God knows. It's going to come down to the corn and the dollar, in my opinion. Check back in on the dollar. Dollar's still being a little noodle. Smash the like button. Yield app, never used it, never heard of it. C5's a bait, sure. Sure. I don't disagree. What's up, Blake DeBull? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Relich, how you doing? Pixie. Crypto Gamer. NFTs, we should talk NFT. Dude, the pace at which companies are jumping onto this NFT bandwagon is insane. It's quickly becoming a scenario of what companies aren't trying to jump into NFTs. For real, like, they're adopting it faster than retail is picking up crypto in general. The list is very long. Very long list. Kamikaze. Yeah. Me and Face were chatting, and then I started, like, I told him, Factor Rio. And then, started getting ready. I was like, I'll just go live. I'm bored. I come back and I have a message from him. He's like, I'm going live. And I was like, you bastard, you're going to steal all the views. Hey, if they're going to get stolen, at least they get stolen by a good dude like CF, to be honest. They're not stolen. What's up, Lance Francis? Subscribed. Welcome, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button. Smash it. Jump on our Discord. Follow me on Twitter. We already hit 50,000, so it's pretty dope. They need a product. Yeah, I mean, you know, Alchemist, it's like better profit margins. Let's be real. When CF collab? Dude, I was on his channel like last week. He's been on here. I was on there last week. That's true, Skylar. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's not even like a conspiracy or a question. It's literally that's what is happening. They're lending those coins out. How else are they producing profit, you know? What's up, Chemo Crypto? My onesie brother. My onesie bro. Onesie bros. You guys tune in for my collab yesterday with Miss Teen Crypto. She's awesome. She's dope. She cares. She loves the decentralized projects. Not many of us around anymore. 4 hour though. 4 hours. Spicies. Momentum pulling up. RSI pulling up. Not getting overheated, but pulling up. It's actually pretty nice. I wonder if we can actually break 30 today, like before close. 2 hours. Bitcornia. XTC Getaway wants to look at Luna. We haven't had a spam off in a while. Maybe we should do that. What's up, Positive? How you doing, bro? Golden Dragon. We got some OGs. Sir Munchalots. Good afternoon, sir, to you. What's up, Cash? Jason Roberts. Maybe do a spam off. We can do a spam off. That's a good way to pick what we look at next. If you have a coin that you want to see, want a coin charted. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to allow democracy. Spam democracy. I'm going to put a minute on the clock. If I can figure this out, it's being janky. 1 minute. On the clock. Sit there. Ready to go. Alright, we're going to put a minute on the clock. And a spam. Spam off. Let's go. Spam your coin in the chat. Whatever coins get spammed the most, we'll do a little poll, and the winner will get taken. So we got Tezos, Crow, Luna, Shib, Shipping, FTM, Crow. We definitely got Eth is in. Eth is in. Spam something else. DGB, but love DGB. Soul. ADA, Luna. We'll put Luna on there. Bro. Let's see. We got 2 more slots. Tezos was one of the first spammed. I love it. Spam, 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 spam. You got 14 seconds. Keep the spams up. Keep them up. Keep them up. Keep them up, boys and girls. Keeps. I love the spam offs. Boom! Pow! Time's over, says the timer. Alright, slow it down. Reel it back in. Reel it back in. There are 50 votes. Looks like people are feeling optimistic on this rally. I'm not gonna lie, it probably won't surprise anyone. I'm in the same boat. I know, so surprising. Tom Crown bullet. Weird. But the reason is the slowness of it. Alright, let's put our winners up. Yeah, put those winners up. Alright, now we're gonna vote. Now it's really democratized. Truly. Further up sign. Meow meow, Chris Cat. How you doing, bro? USDT, chart USDT. And I have to chat meaningful stuff? I don't know. It doesn't have to be meaningful. It doesn't have to be meaningful. DGB, God, don't tempt me with the DGB. What's up, Solid Rocks, Neil, Glasser, Lola, Stuart, Bullish Crypto, Logan, Jeff Seymour, how you guys doing? Jiggyfly, John Bruder, Tapped, Be Rad on Crypto. How you doing, man? How's your channel doing? How have you been living? You missed the spam off. It's okay, there's always more in the future. Stefan Samut. Meow meow. I don't know how to chart that. Andrew P, take the trade at 822. But that's before the trade. At least you have the right idea. It's closed at 84 or 840. That was a wild one. God knows where that will open. Watch the dollar closely. Gishtler. Rally's gonna chill out. Yep, that's what we're looking for if you just tune it in. This is the price action we're looking for right now. Thinking we're gonna see up to 38.1, but that's 0.3% away from price right now. That's not really tradable. A meow meow meow. Diego, what's up? Yeah, there you go. What's up, Azamir? I see you sneaking. There we go. Smash the like button. Spam the like button. I think for future votes, guys, you got to get the votes. Vote for the coin. You got to vote for a coin. We only got 80 votes. We probably don't have enough likes either. Every time we do Ethereum, we're going to have to probably put Ethereum in its own category because it wins every time we do these votes and it makes it boring. It's like, what's the point? Big tuna crypto. Did I hear Russia wants to regulate it? Of course they do. You can't. I should have done that instead of a live stream, but I figured, guys, it's been a while. I missed you. I should do a video on upcoming regulation and my and the way I view it. You can't regulate Bitcoin. You can regulate crap coins that are centralized. You can regulate anything that's centralized. You can regulate exchanges and banks. You can't regulate a decentralized network. You can regulate around a decentralized network. Tassio, missed you too, brother. Good to see you. You can regulate around them. So what's the logical targets they're gonna go for? They're gonna go for centralized projects that have a central power structure, and they're specifically gonna go for stablecoins. Honestly, probably gonna end up being a good thing. They really can't go after things that aren't centralized because there's no attack vector. There's no vulnerable point for them to swoop in. Jeff Seymour. I see you, brother. I said your name, indeed. Chilling on our way to 38.1. 124 votes. We'll close it at like 200 votes. So if you haven't voted yet, get it in. If you have an opinion. It looks like Ethereum is in the lead. And that's a boring winner. It's a boring winner. Get a better winner. I'm just kidding. You guys see that Arizona? You see my tweet? Arizona introduced a bill, and don't get your hopes up, it's not going to pass. But this is how politics work. To make Bitcoin legal tender in Arizona. What if the states are the ones that champion US adoption? Wouldn't that be dope? We're seeing it in Texas. Maybe we're seeing it in Arizona. You guys know how I feel. This is all inevitable, but the path it takes, the way it gets to these inevitabilities are surprising. I would never have forecasted that states would jump on. Oh shoot, nice. I ordered the coolest thing ever. Alright. Coolest thing ever I want to show you guys. Second. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Yeah. It's link. Speaking of Litecoin, how fresh? Scale of 1 to 10. How fresh is this? Like for real, how fresh is this? Scale 1 to 10. On my scale, it's an 11. Look at the other options too. Check this out. Oh, if only I could wear white clothing and not ruin it immediately, I would get white. It's so fresh. Look at this hoodie. It's like they made this for me. It's like my style exactly, in my colors exactly, and in my coin. Like, come on. You think you still not convinced? Now you're convinced. Litecoin satin robe. They made this merch shop for me. I'm convinced of it. For me. They tailored it to the Tom Crown style. Very excited for that. Wait for it to come. All right, let's check out our poll. How's it going over there? Don't. 160 votes. All right. Ethereum's in the lead. We got we're going to give it a few more minutes. 2 more minutes. Get your vote in. Let's see if we can overtake Ethereum here. Yo, that's a 10. That's an 11. That's a 20. Also comes branded, has Tom Crown on the back. How freaking cool is that, man? Sorry, I know a lot of you guys don't care, but I love it. Love it. Miami, yeah, Miami also. It's interesting. Colorado make Bud their currency. It already is, baby. Absolutely kamikaze if Arizona passes that, but that's what I'm saying is don't get too excited. It's not going to pass. This is just politics, though. And what it is more important than it passing. Though, I mean, if it passed, it'd be ecstatic, and that would be wild, right? But there's bigger implications in politics at play where... So, in the realistic scenario where it doesn't pass, what has it done, though? It's given the crypto community an opportunity to show support to elected officials. And guess what elected officials care about more than anything other than money? Votes. Because money then votes. So if we can show them that if they support crypto, we'll support them, this is an opportunity for that. We can get more politicians on our team. We can get more people catering to crypto, opening the doors for crypto. So even if this doesn't pass, it would be awesome. But being realistic, if it doesn't, it still gives us an opportunity to show support, and these people will be incentivized. They'll be incentivized to then, going forward, look to cater to our communities. That's how we win. It's gonna be great. Fresh AF. Curtis Grimmin, you got the same style. Gish Jurgen, 1,333. It's pretty good out of 10. Fresh to death. Hectimus, what's up, man? You want one? Well, all right, you guys, I will share the link with everybody then. I will share the link with you guys. What I wanted to do is get a promo code for you guys. Literally, a guy just messaged me back right now. I want to get you guys a promo code, get you a little discount. I'm working on, but I will share the link. If you're in Discord, you'll get the link for sure. If the guy right now gives me a promo code, I'll give it to you right now. I didn't want to fold my cards before I played them. It's not another sweater. No more sweaters. All right, let's end the poll. 184 votes. Ethereum is the winner. Pull up an F chart. Not another sweater. Oh. BTC, higher highs, higher lows, still trending up. Still trending up. Peak that quick. Higher highs, higher lows. That's actually not the most bullish structure to do this. That's can become a very ascending channel. But without the low broken here on BTC pair, definitely could see a reversal. It's a little inkling of reversal. It's like a oof, 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 oof. Ethereum. Respecting the support levels, my friend, are we? Massively respecting these levels. Like 2,100 held this support. I haven't really looked at Ethereum lately. We have an ascending trend here from forever ago, all the way back here. All the way back in 2020. Holding 2100, very bullish for ETH. Still it still set a higher low versus May. It's actually very much mirroring Bitcoin. Let's get rid of some of this. You don't need all these arrows. Previous live streams. Dang. Alright. You got a nice golden pocket retrace just above 3,500. Let's see if we can find anything else that lines up with it. The Death Cross. Ethereum apparently underwent a Death Cross yesterday that just casually no one noticed. But we notice here. We're always looking for that edge. Bitcoin did this and then tumbled, which was actually kind of rare for Bitcoin. But Cloud's not looking too hot either. A little rare for Bitcoin. But I would be surprised actually to see Ethereum tumble here after this cross. It's much more probable, in my opinion, that Ethereum wants to come back test this cross. And then if it wants to tumble, then it can tumble. I think that the odds of it reaching 3,400 are better than the odds of it trading below, let's say, 2,100. What does that mean? It means you can calculate a trade. Something like that. Might not fill, might fill, who knows. I think that the statistics favor here before here. Put that trade back up, actually. Don't. That's classy. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can use left and right to scroll through, or to like move your trade boxes around. I did not know that. I want a healthy 3-to-1. Yeah. He's asking, negotiating for these Litecoin merches. It's all good. Let's talk to the other guys. I'm open to whatever. I might make a video for it. I will update you guys soon on that. Ethereum, yeah, I'm looking for that. What's interesting to me, and this is also why I don't think, well, it's surprising to me, is we haven't seen or heard, I haven't heard any hype about an Ethereum death cross. Has anybody here? I wonder if just nobody else noticed. Everyone's so beaten down by the market. Just like they don't even notice. Did they make it for me? I wish. I wish. They're customizable. Sylv, the wonderful Sylv is here. How you doing? Bitcoin continues to leave exchanges. The supply crunch is coming. Is everyone posting about a bounce? No, there's really not a lot of bounce. There's a little bounce. BitBoy did. That's interesting to hear. That's interesting to hear. CryptoJeb didn't bring it up today. CryptoJeb. Well, I'm not in CryptoJeb's defense. I didn't know until right now, so fair enough. Fair. Fair enough. I don't, you can't possibly pay attention. See, that's the power of a community, and a great reason to join the Discord, to be part of that powerful community, is you have more eyes. One set of eyes just can't possibly watch every chart all the time. It's just not possible. Be great if it was, it's not. But a community is capable of keeping eyes on pretty much everything. There we go. Pretty much everything. You know what? I'm gonna take a peek at FTM because it was the runner-up, and also because we had good videos and trades on it. Trade is still good. The trade is still good from $1.66. But man, that inverse head and shoulders got slammed. Now you're painting a real ugly structure here on BTC pair as well. I'm going to pull up a bunch of the charts. I'm not going to do an in-depth analysis on all these, but I'm going to pull up a bunch of the ones that were requested. Dang. Sol overshot our short. Overshot. All the way to the 2618. The good news is that's typically when rallies or sell-offs become overextended, is around the 2618. If they ever reach it, they don't commonly. We were looking for a 107 on Twitter. Not bad price point. Crow, yeah. Crow didn't quite get to our 30 cents yet. It may never, but it didn't quite get there. That would have been great. Still very much in the same pattern we were looking for. Whoa. Parallel channels. Stop being so rowdy. It's not fitting super well. I guess we'll draw it that way. Still in the descending channel. I still believe the safest play, as I've said before, safest play is to try to get that 30 cents, 28 cents. There's no guarantee it'll happen. But something that statistics gives us confidence in is that this pattern eventually breaks to the upside, resolves to the upside. We may have called the very top of Crow. 93 cents. It's been 66 days since then, that's it. Seems like, that feels like a year ago now. Holy hell. On the daily, Crow momentum actually is showing some signs of hope. We see our impulse selling waves getting smaller. We see a very pathetic buying wave, but now we're seeing a larger buying wave. Or momentum, a larger impulse of momentum. And that paints a picture of some upside confidence. I'll be damned if Market Cipher doesn't look terrible. VWAP. VWAP is holding, putting pressure up. That money flow is very deep. Bullish divergence on RSI off your low, though. It's the low. Between September, September 27th at 14 cents, we had a swing low. We have a swing low here. We're going to need to see that high break. So we're going to need to see 47 cents break. And if we do, then we have a pretty clear-cut bullish divergence on this low. Pretty clear-cut. Golden pocket, yeah, if we have the low in here, which I'm not convinced of, but we do have more signs, more evidence than some other charts we looked at. We're 64.2 cents. This would be a pretty nice target. It's our golden pocket retrace from our swing high to swing low. And its previous resistance that was tested and rejected price down lower. That's a logical point. Wonder if that happens. The real play, though, is from here. This is the real play. This is the play that we've been waiting for ever since it broke out. Patience is always rewarded. 6-1. See how that plays out. What's up, Sergio? Sweet. How you doing, bro? Crypto Rex, Bitcoin passes American Express in annual payment transactions. So it's inevitable. It's always inevitable. Sol USDT on the daily at the lowest point in RSI it's ever seen. RSI is indicating that this was a more powerful sell-off than this. It took more selling pressure to bring it to $87 than it did to bring it from 58 to 18. That's some bullish divergence. All you need is some kind of bounce, some kind of retracement. And then you can say, we have bullish divergence. Let's aim back up. Let's look for a retracement. We're not quite there yet. Everything was 2 or 3 months ago, I know, but it all feels like years ago now. Do men go bald on their chin? I hope not. That sounds like a nightmare. Do a little banning. A little banning. That banning is now taken care of. Okay, good. Ta-da. MTV. Chin bald. Do Adam? We can pull up Adam and MTV, yeah. Just gonna do a real surface look at him. Adam holding strong. We did not get the pattern we were looking for. It was Adam, FTM. What was the other one? Crap. ONE. There's one more. I can't remember now. They all had the same pattern painting out here. They all fell off with the yearly close. But Adam, I mean, your lows are very steady. I'm still looking for this. I'd be hard pressed to believe that Adam doesn't reach that $50, $60 area. $60 by this, like, I don't know, cycle. I'd be hard pressed to believe that. Let's come. Golden pocket hit. It's everything. Everything points. Do you guys see it? Like, everything points to this block. That's why I would be very surprised not to see it. Like, I just took a random retracement. Boom, right there. $72, $72, $60, $60. I think it's coming. Actually. There you go. I'm gonna bounce down, down, down. There it is. Placed live. I'm a bounce, boom, bounce. Skin. Why is my skin itches? Fingers crossed, Adam. Godspeed to you, my friend. Back to FTM. Dang, FTM, you were so beautiful. This was so beautiful. Why? Even here, it was still beautiful. This is like when the market took a dump. And it fell to a lower low, and the back tested fell again. And you gotta hold there. Risk. Still up. You guys see the similarity though that I was talking about with Adam? It's like your lows just sliding up. Lows sliding up. Lower high, higher low. It's even still following. They're still like mirroring. Lower high, higher low. Luna collapsed. What's up, Chad Chadwell? The Chad man. Have I upped my game since the new year? So you could say that. Depends on what you mean. I've been studying the art of video making. This is a really old one. Been trying to make kind of better videos. So in that sense, yeah. This chart's super old. Let's get out of here. Yep. Start through. Take that. I don't even need the I don't even need the fib tool anymore. I just see the retracements in my mind. Divergence on our side daily. Cypher's a little sketched on this one though. Maybe a lower entry. It may actually be possible to enter lower. But with the $50 psychological thing, it's like a little FOMO-y, right? Let's see if we've completed any kind of downside move. I appreciate you, Chad Chaddington's Chad, sir. Display the guns. I know that's not what you meant. What's up, Mr. Michael? Huh, you know, a guy who couldn't grow hair anywhere. Sounds nice. You can look at dominance. You've lowered your game. Yeah. It is what it is, yeah. Just like the markets, you know, we have peaks and troughs. That's what I was afraid of. So we do have our 1618, and that's right at 50. That's why this is such an alluring level. But our measured move is down here, 44. 44 to 42. This is probably the better play. This is the more patient play. This is more patient play. Shit stats, no. It's a hard call. You know, people are like, oh, Luna got nuked. Not really. Like, you retraced 50%. That's pretty much on par with the market. Bitcoin retraced 50%. Zoom out and you like, I might have like $100, like a few $100 of Luna. Like, I don't have a big investment. But you have to do this with everything. You zoom out, and it's like, did it really get nuked? It started 2021 at 44 cents. Be trading at $50 is like not that crazy. Crazy. Well, it is that crazy, but it's that crazy and like, holy crap, that's 100x. Actually, 44, I take it back. 44 is the play. Screw 50. 44 is the play. You can see here in volume profile, 50 is or 42 is the play, 44 is the play. Right there. That makes sense. He had a lot of consolidation there. You can see there's almost no volume, almost no traded volume above $45. And that means there's very little resistance as well. That can be a launch pad. If you lose 44, you actually have a solid zone here all the way down to like 25. This has a great distribution. I'd be pretty confident at 42. I'd be confident on Luna from 42 if I could get that position to, actually, let's say 44. Yeah. Back up to like 70s. It's like a 50-60% gain, not bad. That beat. What's going on, Addicted JR3? What is going on, man? Feels like real estate in Arizona is real bullish. Stymie, you're right, my friend. Real bullish. I'm bullish on Arizona real estate. Cha-ching. LeBron with the crypto education is with Crow. Interesting. Why? My chat's frozen. Need that gain in XRP. What is XRP even doing? XRPzels. XRPzels. Support at 58. Support at 50. XRP is just so dependent on the outcome of this trial that I think honestly is I don't like XRP as a coin, but XRP as a trade, there's definitely some value here. You're in a what? 8-year consolidation, 8-year horizontal channel. If it breaks to the upside, it goes ballistic. Even if it doesn't break to the upside, just tests the upside. That's almost about 10x against BTC from here. There's value. If I don't want to buy XRP, I don't want to give it my money. If you do, that's okay. But there's a value here. Like picking up just like a small long-term bag. I hate to say it. It's like not a bad idea. But keywords small and long-term. Like, yeah, you're not buying this for it to moon soon. You're buying this with a small amount, and you're saying this is either going to be worth 0 or you're kind of like betting on the outcome of that case. Like maybe it explodes, you know? And Bitcoin, it would have been a lot cooler if you had 38.1 while we were just chilling during this time, but you gotta be a dick about it. It's gotta be a corn dick. Corn dig. Litecoin maxi. No, I'm a Bitcoin maxi. But Litecoin has the same premise. Same premise, same origin as Bitcoin. And so I share my love with it. Good evening, Charmaine, Francis, AA, Narwaj Karki, wants to see Kava. What's up, Opus number 1? Derman, Loon equal garbage, yeah, probably. John Bruder, Koo, 111, can't rewind this. Yeah, I don't know why I said it that way. I can undo it, maybe. Hopefully this doesn't just blow up the stream, but if you refresh the page, everyone should just refresh the page. It counts as another view. If you refresh the page, you should be able to rewind then. I did that for you at request. Negotiating promo codes for you guys. I'm always working to help you guys. We're checking out our patron trade. This is posted to the patrons. Check out Patreon for February. This was a nice little snipies. Well on its way. Well on its way. Close to TP. What is this up now? 5.5%. Posted yesterday. Cha-ching. God, Litecoin, just go. Ignore the haters, rip off the band-aid, just LFG. Tom's butt for LLC, LCC. Yeah, my butt has gotten me a little rough. All states should follow Arizona's lead. It's the ultimate prisoner's dilemma, dead cat bounce. once one party enters the ring, I heard the best metaphor for it. So great. I don't know if this is a metaphor, analogy, whatever. For crypto adoption. So one person dancing in a room looks crazy, right? Just one person dancing, there's no music, looks crazy. People think that person's crazy. But as soon as a second person joins them, it's no longer crazy. And it's just like that for crypto adoption. El Salvador led the way. Maybe Arizona will lead the way. Texas will lead the way. But as soon as you have that second person, it's no longer a crazy person dancing. It's a dance party. And now people want to join. All it takes is that second actor. And in fact, that second actor may be more important than the original first actor. Though the first one has all the balls, the second one is the one that legitimizes the first. And it's the same with crypto. It's totally incentivized for that second party to join, and then it's off to the races. It's how many people can you pack in that room for the dance party. All of a sudden, it's fun. They want to join. It's all inevitable. That's why I tell you guys not to worry, just to chill. It's all inevitable. Arizona, I don't have high hopes that this will pass, but it doesn't need to. It's setting the precedent. It's paving the way for future. For the future. Sergio, Maxi blood, my friend. Hopefully you're a good Maxi like I am. No, clearly you are. You say XRP can be a trade, you're likely a good Maxi. Like to the chat, what about Gala? How you doing, Monica McFadden? Jared McFadden there. I don't know. I haven't looked at Gala in a long time. Gala. Overshot our 26 cents. Dang, son. People say TA doesn't work, then tell me how I have all these magic lines drawn out in the future. Look at these touches. Boop. Boop. When people say TA doesn't work, they're just showing their ignorance. Because they don't know what TA is. TA doesn't tell you the future. TA limits the possibilities. It narrows down the possibilities so that you can make a probabilistically favored decision. That's what TA does. In that sense, TA can't ever be wrong. Doesn't mean it'll give you the right trade every time. But all it does is give you an edge. Versus flipping a coin. That's all it has to do for it to work. Let's see. Gala. Do you have that untested major was resistance? Not tested as support at 12 cents. Market Cipher not loving it. Momentum not loving it. You do see the momentum rolling over. That happened before. And you do see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times the charm? You'd be surprised how often that's true, actually. Lowest RSI, we've been seeing this on a bunch of charts lately. Lowest daily RSI ever. The only thing I don't like about Gala as a potential entry is the rejection here from 23.28 cents. It's a little rough. And obviously you have 30 cents above you as well. Let's see where our major retreat is. Not quite lining up. If the bottom is in on Gala, then I'd be looking for about 44 cents. We have 50 or 49 cents above as resistance. That might be the better target. And our 0.5 retrace at 36 cents. Just the bottom, not seeing it yet. No, it definitely doesn't mean it isn't in. But it does not mean it is. At the bottom, you very rarely see signs that it is a bottom. You're trying to be a good Maxi. It's not easy, man, I know. It's funny, the longer you're in crypto, the more you lean Maxi. You'll see. And if your answer is that's not true, reality is you just haven't been in crypto very long. Mark my words. Connecticut will never dance. They'll all dance, baby. They'll all dance. They'll all dance. Everyone's dancing. That's right, Josh. Just shoulder duller. Anyway, Lava. Let's see. Ain't your first, your last, Ricky Bobby. Ain't first, your last. Under the 100 daily, lower low. You got some bullish divergence on the week. Every chart in crypto right now looks like this. This is either going to be a clear bottoming, and we're going to look for all these coins with these similar patterns to retrace. What happens there, who knows? Or this is a trap, but I'm not leaning that direction. What clean supports though? $2, $2.50, $3, $3.60. Daily momentum selling is waning off. Yeah, bullish honestly a bullish divergence on like every time frame. If you have any kind of upside price action on the weekly, on the daily, right here. RSI is either lower. No, RSI is either lower than its previous lows or higher, even though locally it has a lower low. Not a bad spot to debate it. You might be able to take this with a tight stop. Let's see. I might play it like this. That wouldn't be a bad trade. If that gets filled, that wouldn't be a bad one. 3-to-1 risk to reward. Trading is not about knowing. There is no knowing in trading. It's just probability. This trade is a 3-to-1 risk to reward, which means the reward of winning is 3 times greater than the risk, or what the risk or the cost of losing. That means that if you win 1 out of 3, with a 3 risk to reward, you should be breaking even. That is trading. There's no such thing as 100% trade. In fact, real traders don't even aim for that. What you're aiming for here is this more than 1/3 likely? If the likelihood of this right here is 50%, 50 minus 33, 17%, there's your profit. It's all probability. You could have this trade 10 times and every time it could lose. It could happen. Or you could do it 10 times and every time it could hit. Probability is a mean... a cruel, cruel master. I like this chilling going on the corn. 5 minutes actually still remaining pretty up there, isn't it? Smash the likes and subscribe buttons, guys. I don't know, I forgot about that. I'm out of my jive. Haven't been streaming as much. Out of my jive. Out of my jive. From Russia. Moon Bitcoin. The 30-minute actually looks solid. VWAP's a little undesirable, but we have money flow rolling over and momentum is sticking to the upside. You want to see that continue out. Maybe the 45-minute will have a clue. Similar. Hourly, similar. I like this. I like this a lot on the hourly. We may have to refine our plotted course. 2 hour actually very, very beautiful, very strong. Higher high in money flow, higher high in momentum. VWAP almost. But more importantly, momentum is moving to the positive side, so above 0, and it's remaining there. That's what we want to see. It fell, but it didn't stay there. Came right back to positive. That's what we want to see in an uptrend. Hour, the lyingest, worst time frame ever, actually looks good, and that makes me a little concerned. VWAP's rocketing up, momentum staying positive, money flows just pulled into positive territory. And the reason this is, I usually don't trust the 4 hour, and I don't know if I should here, I might regret it. But the reason this is so exciting is the last time this happened was a savage fake out. We haven't seen a savage fake out. Money flow has actually trended higher. I was worried when I saw this cross on the 28th. which is, no. I was worried when I was looking at this rollover as, I hope we don't see what happened on the 20th, because I think you all remember what happened on the 20th. Right here. This literally right here. This is what happened when the 4-hour looked to roll over. Oh, I think I got you. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. That's some spicy eye juice, too. This is what happens when the 4-hour rolls over but is rejected. We dropped from 43 to 33. Dang. Or what, a 25% drop. That is why I had a little nervousness about this 4-hour rolling over. But we've already seen that that is not the case. We're not seeing an exact repeat. Doesn't mean it can't go down, but we're not seeing this exact repeat. We have higher money flow. We're seeing more than one. We actually had a fake out there of that same move. You can see that nub. Like this, the nub. Fake out. In fact, this is more similar to the reverse of this. To the inverse of that fake out. That could be spicy, but I don't trust the 4-hour. 4-hour is full of lies. I think it's the most manipulated time frame that exists. An hour and a half to go to close this day. The 12-hour is looking for further upside. Looking for a close above 37.2. Bullish engulf. We had a bullish engulf on our low on the 24th. Not bad. Seen a bunch of green candles. I mean, that's how you start an uptrend. If there's... juice in my eyes. Spicy eye juice. The slower this rally takes, even though from an analysis point it would be very ugly and probability would not side with it, the slower this goes, right? If it for some reason does this, which is very not likely, but if it does this, the longer it takes to climb back up, the slower, less exciting it is, the more confident I will be that we're looking for a move. We haven't gotten really far enough to start getting excited about that, unfortunately. That would be nice. But our upside targets are nice. I have not at all lost my fervor of these.
Hey Tom, thanks for your tar. Could you look at BCH, dollar and BCH, BTC? It's been beat down to nothing but appears like it has some decent upside. Curious of your thoughts. Thanks.
Big Papa Pump Mang. Yeah, for sure. And before I even open it up, I can tell you what I'm going to see. Something very similar to XRP. Something very similar to Litecoin. I'm not a huge fan of BCH myself, but I know a value buy. I want to see a value buy. BCH is trading at the lowest in Bitcoin pair. Actually, that's pretty spicy. Our trade got stopped out if it would have gone. Wampity. It's trading at the lowest it's ever traded against Bitcoin. And that means it's the cheapest. It's the least expensive it's ever been. Seeing some pretty divergence here. I want to be out of this. I'd want to be out of this if we see the low break again. Or significantly. You're going to have to just kind of arbitrarily pull. Actually, maybe we'll use our fib tool instead. Aha. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, right. Oh, no, no. Has not quite reached that 2 extension. See that? That would be a beautiful sniper play. Even if it got rejected and fell farther. That would be a sniper play. You are in price discovery to the downside, so this is a high risk play period. This is likely to get stopped out. But I do like where that 2 is. You have crazy bullish divergence here on the 4-hour. Like, this is wild. This RSI is coming up, but price is moving down. If it can continue this, you're gonna see some spicy actions. Man, this chart is full of cancers. We did not get the bounce here at 380. Weak sauce. Well, actually, it did originally. Went back to the 0.5, but it never revisited the golden pocket, which is unusual at best. This just really looks like Litecoin. You do have a very strong support at 200. If Bitcoin continues selling off, that's where I'd look. So far, reacting to 295 on the weekly. Ew. Dollar pair looks weak, though. Just now approaching selling money flow. Your momentum's down. Hasn't even pinched yet. Further downside in dollar here is pretty likely, I'm not gonna lie. Ugly. Yeah, ugly, man. But here's some hopium. Like, this is the same pattern everything has. So if everything reverses and retraces, so will BCH. You gotta be weary. You gotta be careful in these price discovery to the downside. Like, taking a position is absolutely catching a knife. You gotta know when you want to jump out. But to your credit, man, like, this is value. This is value. Even if it never returns to its all-time high against BTC, just a simple retracement. Just a simple 0.5. Let's set the bar low. 0.5 retracement's a 400% gain against Bitcoin. Like, that's wild. That's big. That's the play. That's the play if you're looking at XRP. That's the play if you're looking at LTC. Is like, even if it never goes back to its all-time high, you have a huge upside potential. Like, if it does go back to its all-time high from here, that's like a 2,000% against Bitcoin. Not claiming it's going to, but if it did, that's 19x, 20x. So if you had 1 Bitcoin, it'd be 20 Bitcoin. If you had 0.1, it'd be 2 Bitcoin. That's all the math we have to do. But thank you, my friend, for the 10, Mr. Big Papa. I got a little bit of BCH still, but it falls into that category of coins I don't really want to buy more of. XRP, I mean, you know what? I probably will regret it. I'll probably regret it. But XRP's in that category. Though I will even admit XRP and BCH, those aren't the same things. They're not. They're not in the same category. They're just in the same chartagory. So is LTC, though. And that's my love, so what it is. Boom. All right, CME closed at 37.7. 37.7. So let's put that, mark it on our map. 37777. Boom, done. We're gonna make it white so we know, and we're gonna label it CME. CME closed. Lock it. So at the moment, 3777. This is the most likely open for CME, as we've been seeing it open and close and close and open at roughly the same values. Doesn't guarantee it, but it's something to keep an eye on. If we see price explode and start pulling back, we might look for that 37.7, and the same is true in the inverse in this weekend. If we see it sell off, we may look for it to come back up to 37.7 before Monday. Price is going to be attracted to that level. It doesn't mean it has to go there, but it's going to be attracted to it. Dollar's still showing the weakness sauce. Something I really wanted to look at. Here we go. Let's look at Max Payne. Max Payne's. Let's look at Max Payne. Sounds badass. Max Payne. Max Payne. Expiring the 29th, we have 37,000. Sound familiar? 30th. 37,000. Max Payne lines up with where CME closed. Further evidence of a 37.7 Monday open for some snooze. Doesn't mean there won't be volatility in between. February 4th expirations, 37. I swear I didn't do this. I didn't like knowingly do this. February 11th, 38. 38. February 25th is where it gets a little spicy, 40,000's max pain. March, 45,000. This is actually rather spicy. What we're seeing is price now is in the opposite scenario that it was commonly in, where max pain was down. We're now seeing max pain in the future potentially being up from current price. That's value and something to pay attention to. 40,000 again in April. June, 40,000. As we go farther out though, there's more time and there's going to be more incentive for this max pain price to move around. So if price dumps hard all through Q1, let's say, we'll see that max pain move up because people will begin to become more bearish in their options. So they'll start weighing or favoring lower price option calls, and we'll see this max pain move up. So the farther out we are, the less certain we are that that's what it's going to be by the time we get there. For January 30th on Monday, we're pretty damn sure that it'll be 37,000. February 4th, rather confident. But as we get out to June, we see 40,000, we're not so confident anymore. We get to September, not so confident. December, we're even less confident, 50,000. A sell-off into Q1 continued might make sense. That might boost this max pain price all the way up to these crazy numbers. It's possible. That's some game theory, if you want to put your game theory hats on. Does look like the end of March is the big call, which makes sense because it'll be the end of the first quarter. 45,000, so end of Q1 is saying price should be pulled up. Or there is a pressure or an incentive to pull price up. Bitcoin is flagging out. 5-minute catching. We might be too conservative with this 38. Got an hour and 20 till close. We're not going to make it that long today. We are not going to make it. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Sure. Alright, I've hit all the buttons. Might see a little more upside action. Still, yeah, we have that 39.1 here as our retrace. We didn't quite touch. Price may look for it. The 20 daily is looking to slide down into there. So we may see this. That would make sense. The 50 will likely do the same. 100. $200 still steady. We can see it very briefly begin to curl down here. We haven't seen that yet. What's interesting is we even saw the 100 cross with the 200 back here. By the time that happened, the bottom was in. This will take a long time for the 100 to cross the 200 now. This would take many days. Let's see how many. We can estimate it, but this is a very janky estimation by doing this. Let's see where these line up. Pretty good. February 8th. Ta-da! If we're still down here by February 8th, I will think the bottom's in personally. As it was in here, so too would I look for it to be in here. Here it goes. Time will tell. Too many lines. Too many lines, mate. Too many lines. Too many lines. What's up? 265 watching. 281 likes. Not bad. It's good to be back. I know you guys probably thought maybe I'd never stream charts again. Well, you are dead wrong, son. That's all we do. Chart it. I'm gonna read the chat while we chill And miss the chat here. That's our us. Just Jeff Seymour. More likes, man. We've been doing great. Our channel has grown over 4,000 subscribers on YouTube in the last month. During one of the most boring price action months. Period. We're doing great. I haven't been doing regular live streams, and so yeah, just the fam maybe isn't here. Whatever. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone who's here. Well done. I have a kind of conspiracy theory about March. You guys are talking about March. March 2020, we saw that swing low crash, right? So I could very easily see that being a swing high. Very easily. Respect for show. Still here, Alan Robum. Dude, you are like an OG of this channel at this point. Yes. I got